It was a beautiful spring day, and I was in the mood to go for a ride on my motorcycle, so I decided to take a road trip through the mountain estates of Corinth and Arcadia, along with a few friends from the BMW forum. My friend Andrew selected the route, and although the weather was bad, as it rained a lot, we had a nice ride that covered many kilometers of beautiful natural landscape. Our ride began in Athens on the Corinthos highway. When we reached Corinth, we continued towards Patras. In Kiato, we took the local road to Lake Stimfalia, as we wanted to make our first stop there and take a few pictures. The distance from Kiato to Stimfalia is about 40 kilometers, or about 50 minutes riding at a normal speed. Stimfalia is a marshy Corinthian lake located on a plateau at an altitude of 600 meters and lies between Mount Kyllini and Mount Oligyrtos. During the winter months, the lake can get as big as 3.5 square kilometers. The lake is known through Greek mythology because it was here where Hercules fought the Stymphalian birds. We continued on south from Stimfalia for 43 kilometers towards Levidi. We found a spot on the mountain with a nice view, so we made another stop to take a few more pictures of central Peloponnese. Levidi is a village in the state of Arcadia, with a population of 1,200. The main square in the center of the village is an ideal spot to have some coffee or lunch. After Levidi, we headed towards the Menelaos ski center, as we wanted to reach the other side of the mountain, just outside Vitina. At first, the route goes through rich forest areas, but when we reached Ostrakina Plateau, where the ski center is located at a height of 1,600 meters, the scenery changed and became wilder, almost like moonscape. The highest peak of Mount Menelaos is called the Prophet Elias, and it is located at a height of 1,981 meters. Moving to the south side of the mountain, trees started to appear again. Eventually, we came across another plateau where there were a lot of people taking part in a running competition. At this point, my friends that had dirt bikes took the opportunity to ride off-road, since the route so far was only on paved roads. As we continued our descent through Menelaos, we met a few of the runners from the race. A few kilometers later, we found the road that leads from Vitina to Dimitsana. Dimitsana is a traditional stone-built village at an altitude of 950 meters, with only 350 residents. It's a small village, and you don't need more than an hour to see it all. But I think that it's worth staying at least one night in order to really catch the vibe. You can take a nice stroll along the paved paths, or you can find traditional taverns and cafes on the main road, where even at night you can enjoy a drink by the fireplace. Moreover, this village can also serve as your base for the many worthwhile excursions you can take in this area. Some notable sites in Dimitsana are the library, which was founded in 1967, and the mansion of Patriarch Gregory V. 2.5 miles south of the village, inside the canyon of the Lucius River, is the Philosopher's Monastery, which was founded in 963 CE. This old monastery is located on the opposite side of the canyon and was built inside a cave. It's the most historic monastery in Arcadia and one of the oldest Byzantine monuments in Greece. Just opposite is the newer monastery, which was founded after the mid-17th century. It's also worth visiting the open-air water power museum, which is located just outside Dimitsana. Here you will find traditional hydrokinetic facilities with machines that were used many years ago. In the fulling mills, people wash textiles with the water pressure from the mills. You can also see how the mill grinds corn to make flour, how rakia is produced, the tannery, and how they made leather and gunpowder. After we had a coffee at a nice cafe on the south side of the village, we headed to Stemnitsa. The distance was short, less than 9 kilometers, and took us about 10 minutes to get there. Stemnitsa is also a traditional village located at an altitude of 1,080 meters. Also a historical village, it played a leading role in the Greek Revolution of 1821. It is a very beautiful village and a popular tourist destination all year round. Here you will also find many charming cafes and taverns, as well as several traditional inns you can stay at. In Stemnitsa, you can visit the Folk Museum, which shows the interior of a traditional house and displays many post-Byzantine icons, metalwork, pottery, woodwork, embroidery, costumes, and sacred objects. After such a long ride, we needed to eat a proper meal, as we still had the ride to Tripoli and back to Athens. Most of the ride up to Tripoli was gorgeous, full of trees and a lush green landscape. Although the distance from Stemnitsa to Tripoli is only 39 kilometers, it took us about an hour to get there due to the many twists and turns on the road. However, the road was in very good condition for the most part. When we entered Tripoli, we had to cross the city center to get to the highway back to Corinth. From Tripoli to Athens, it took us about an hour and a half, and we covered 155 kilometers. Although the trip lasted only a few hours, it was a good ride and a beautiful one that seemed like it was much longer. It was great to escape my daily routine and to recharge my batteries until my next ride.